Edward VI of England was a boy king whose reign saw England head in a distinctly Protestant direction. Because Edward became king at just 9 years old, his kingdom was run as a protectorate, first under his uncle the Duke of Somerset, and later by the Duke of Northumberland. Although both of these men tried to elevate their own power, they did govern in line with Edward's religious beliefs, and moved England in a clearly Protestant direction. In practical terms, this meant enforcing a Protestant prayer book and further confiscation of church land via the Chantries Act of 1547. Yet all of this religious reforming and the power of Edward's ministers were threatened when the boy king fell ill 6 years into his reign. Edward, alongside Dudley, Duke of Northumberland, acted to exclude his Catholic half-sister Mary from the succession for fear that she would reinstate Catholicism and punish Dudley should Edward die and she came to the throne. By excluding Mary, however, Edward would have to exclude his Protestant half-sister Elizabeth as well. So for an heir he could be comfortable with, he had to look further afield. He eventually decided to name his heir as his 16-year-old cousin once removed, Lady Jane Grey. Grey had grown up in a Protestant household and was married to the son of Edward's Lord Protector Northumberland, who was the most powerful man in the kingdom besides the king. Her becoming queen would relax Edward's fears about a Catholic coming to the throne, while it would additionally secure his Lord Protector's power. Edward died on July 6, 1553, but this was not announced until the 9th of that month in order to prepare for Jane to become queen. However, Mary knew of Jane's weakness on the throne and amassed an army of 6,000 of her supporters at Framlingham Castle in Suffolk to launch the rebellion mere days after her brother's death. So who were these rebels who were backing Mary? Unsurprisingly, given Mary's Catholic faith, a number of the rebels were Catholics who wanted a monarch who could restore the old religion. Some were Protestants, however, including those who hated Dudley for his defeat of Kett's rebellion in 1549. Dudley responded to the 6,000 men gathering by doing his best to rally around for reinforcements, but Mary was amassing men and artillery at a rapid pace. Meanwhile, the Privy Council began to turn against Lady Jane Grey because they thought that most of the popular support was behind Mary. These men likely did so because they read reports of defections to Mary in the army and sensed supporting her taking the throne would mean they would benefit politically. On the 19th of July, the Privy Council formally deposed Jane, while Mary I triumphantly entered London as Queen on August 3rd. Jane was charged with high treason alongside Dudley and Archbishop Thomas Cranmer and was executed in February 1554. History has remembered Lady Jane Grey as the 9-day Queen. However, she is a testament as well to the many largely innocent victims of 16th century ambition and religious division in England. Mary's time on the throne saw yet further religious division in the country, as covered in my video on Wyatt's Rebellion, which you can click on here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on the Tales from History.